Yo, so we have college football Saturday here. This slate, guys, you have to listen. This is by far the best slate of the season so far. All right. I just want to show you the games first, okay? Arkansas, Florida, Notre Dame, Clemson, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. Where else? Where else? I know we got Missouri, Georgia, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Penn State, Maryland. Where else? Pac-12 is looking good too. We this one's an interesting one because this should be a high-scoring game. However, there's some rain, so I'm not sure if we're going to go there yet, but we'll see in a second. We're going to go over it. Washington, USC, LSU, Bama. I mean, this is insane. This is such a good slate. And then I know we're missing some. I think I might have missed one or two, but there's some great games. So if we go here, there's too many good games for me to just give you guys like two plays. So I'm basically just going to give you the strategy you want to go with this weekend, okay? The strategy we want to hit, we want to go, I love four mans, and we want to do correlated bets. What I mean by that is, if you don't know what that is, you basically want to take a four-man bet and make it to where if one of them hits, the other one's going to hit. And if that the other one's going to hit, the first one's going to hit, right? So what I mean by that is there's certain games I like here. One of the games I like, we basically are looking for shootouts. One of the games I really like is Maryland Penn State. I love this game, okay? So let's say we take the over on Tua's younger brother for Maryland, okay? Let's take the over on his passing yards. Then what I'm going to do there is I'm going to go to receiving yards and I'm going to take, let me just look up. I'm going to take his number one receiver as well, Prather. Look at his yards. I'm going to take him as well to go over because if he throws for over these passing yards, he's getting over these receiving yards. That's why it's correlated because one can't happen if the other one doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So it's possible he gets receiving yards and he doesn't get passing yards, but most likely he's getting passing yards, so he's getting receiving, right? So we could go more on that, but you can't bet that because that's the same team. So what you do is you go, if they're getting their passing yards, that means they're playing well against Penn State. If they're playing well against Penn State, that means Penn State has to keep it close because this is going to be Penn State's the better team. This is going to be a good game. So now you want to go take, and I know this looks bad, guys, but trust me, this isn't crazy for him to get this because, like I said, Maryland is a good team and they're going to come out passing the ball and they're going to score. They're going to Penn State's going to have to pass. Maryland's going to have to pass. This is going to be a shootout game. You take Drew, and then you come over and you take his number one receiver, which is, where is he? And there's different options. I like Lambert Smith. You could go other options, right? I mean, sorry, that's the running back, but like tight end and stuff like that. But I'm gonna take Lambert Smith here. And again, if he gets these passing yards, we know 99% chance he's getting these receiving yards. So then you do four-man slips like this. I like this one a lot. This one's very good. Um, and then we just keep doing that. But we choose the games we want to do it with. So the teams that I like, their number one receiver and their quarterback in games like this. Other than this, I love we got Georgia, Missouri this weekend. Huge game. This looks great. I like Carson. Here, let me get rid of these. I like Carson Beck for the Georgia quarterback. I like him over. And then where is his receiving yards? There we go. And then Lovett over. The last two games without Brock Bowers, he's gotten it. Brock Bowers takes a bunch of targets and receptions away. So without him, he's hitting it. So I like Carson Beck over. And then who are they playing? I said they're playing Missouri. So Missouri, and I love Missouri because Missouri has a great passing team. So I'm taking Brady Cook. Easy. He's a stud. And then where is low-key the best receiver in the country? I'm not even going to lie, guys. Marvin Harrison Jr. is great. Roman Donze for Washington's great. Troy Franklin's great for Oregon. But Luther Burden is also one of the best in the country. So, and if they're getting that, he's hitting that, right? Same here. So this is another great four-man slip. Okay. And I know I usually give two-man locks, but this is like the strategy that kills Saturdays. Like this strategy does so good on Saturdays, especially on this Saturday because the matchups are so perfect for this. Because you don't want blowouts because it's not going to be, you're not going to hit these if any of these games are blowouts. That's why this weekend looks really good because the games are like great team versus great team. So it's most likely not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a shootout. So that looks great. So the other games I want to go over, we have Washington USC. So the thing about this that I like is USC's defense is horrible, but their offense is good, meaning they're going to keep the game close, but then Michael Penix could come out and do damn near whatever he wants because he's the best quarterback in the country. So quote me on that. I don't care. Michael Penix is the best quarterback in the country. Um, However, 370 yards is insane. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's pretty crazy. So I don't know if I'm taking this. Like I said, I'm just giving you guys the strategy. If you wanted to go this, I don't hate it. Okay. He could easily come out and throw 400 yards. I mean, it's not like he can't do that. So if you take him though, take Ndonze. I don't like. Yeah, they don't even have anyone else up. Okay, yeah, so just take him. Where is he? Yeah, 115 receiving yards, bro, because he's a stud. He's insane. You can take his fantasy score too if you want, but I like receiving. And then let's see. They're playing USC, so I don't know. Caleb Williams hasn't been playing as good as you would expect him to play this season. But he's obviously everyone knows the talent's still there. So 318 yards, I like. It seems much more reasonable. Um, I like that. And then obviously, if you go that, you want to go Brendan Rice with him. And so yeah, that's the strategy we're gonna go with. Those are the games I like. There's one more I like. I like LSU. Let's see, LSU, but I don't necessarily like Bama. I don't hate Bama. You can do the four man with this and Bama. Um, I just personally I don't love it too much. Let's see, and then here you can either go Neighbors. I mean, just go Neighbors. I mean, you don't have a choice. Go Neighbors. He's hitting that. Um, he has four of the last five is hitting on fantasy score and yards. So Neighbors is a stud. Daniels is a stud versus Bama. I like this a lot. So what I would do maybe, since I don't really love Bama, I mean we could check Bama out. Let's see. Um, yeah. So Milrow, uh, it's at Bama too. What do you guys think about this? I don't know. I don't know if I love it to be honest, but at the same time I don't hate it because we can go Burton with it, which isn't bad. I mean it looks bad here, but I mean he's barely missing these, and if they have to pass the ball against LSU, which I expect they do, I don't hate it, right? I don't hate it. We'll go with that. That's another good one I like actually. Yeah, I'm tripping. I like it. So obviously all the more's on this as well. And that's kind of the thing is this pays out 10x. So if you just do like five of these this weekend, right? If you do like five, six, seven, and one of them hits, you'll make your money back. So if you're just doing, let's say you do $5 bets on these, right? You bet 25 bucks on these. One of them hits, you win 50 bucks, and you double your money. So I like these a lot. And then you could also go, let's see, where else do we want to go? And I'm going to do a couple of these as well. But the other strategy we can do, guys, is we can do a quarterback. Let's see, with receiving yards combo. And so the reason this is really good is because it gives you the opportunity to basically take a quarterback and his receiver, and you basically don't have to take a player on another team. You are taking a player on another team, but like in a situation like this with Travis Hunter and Logan Loya, like Travis Hunter, we all know he could hit this by himself. So if you wanted to take like Shadur Sanders and then Travis Hunter, both overs, you could do this. Travis Hunter might hit that on his own. And so that's a really good strategy to do as well. This one I like a lot. I know it's 205 yards. It seems like a lot, but I don't doubt it's going to happen. So I like this play a lot. And then Michael Penix is the best quarterback in the country. However, I think USC is a little bit overrated this season. Their defense is horrible. I don't see Washington or USC staying in the game long enough to keep Michael Penix throwing the ball, if I'm being honest. That's why I would rather in this situation go Jaden Daniels, because I think this is going to be a closer game. I'd rather go Jaden Daniels here. Um, Fantasy score for Jaden Daniels? Okay, we're going fantasy score because this guy runs a lot, and if you chooses passing yards and he runs the ball a lot, it's the most annoying thing ever. So we're going fantasy. So if you want to go fantasy here, if he gets 30 fantasy points, he's throwing at least 250 yards. If he's throwing 250 yards, Neighbors is getting at least 120. Okay, because he's by far their number one receiver. And if he gets 120 and Dunze only has to get like 80, that's free. So if you want to just do a two-man lock, if you just came to this video for two-man lock, this is the move right here. I like this a lot. But again, it's up to you guys. This is the strategy I'm just showing you, right? So basically take the quarterback for one of the receivers and then just do a combo. So I like this play a lot. I'm gonna lock this in. I think that's easy. So I'll lock that in. But yeah, like I said, great slate for games this weekend. I mean, earlier I was looking at Cal and Oregon just because Oregon's one of the best offenses in the country. And Cal's offense can score enough to keep them on the field, I believe. So this isn't a bad one either if you wanted to go Oregon. Also, Bo Nix and Troy Franklin are one of the best stacks in the country right now. So Tez Johnson's amazing as well. I like Troy Franklin more, though. One of the best stacks in the country. So you can do that as well. Um, right? Just go Troy Franklin and Bo Nix, and then you could hit someone on Cal, or you can switch it up as well. I mean, you can go from different games, right? If you went like this and then you did LSU and you hit, let's see, you hit Jaden Daniels on fantasy and then you hit Neighbors on receiving, right? You can do this as well. It doesn't have to be from the same game. Just because this is a four-man slip, however, it's basically a two-man slip because if he hits, he hits. So you only need one thing to go well. You just need Oregon's offense to do well, basically, right? And then you basically need LSU's offense to do well. So you're basically a two-man slip. You just need two things to go right, and then it hits instead of four random things, right? So you could also switch it up like that too. I like this play. Um, but yeah, that's the strategy for Saturday. Like I said, get these bets in. You're gonna want to do maybe seven, maybe eight four-man bets. You could go five-man, you could go six-man if you want. Sometimes like a six-man like this isn't bad, right? Because you could do this, and then you can do, let's see, Brian Thomas, a great receiver for LSU as well. Like these are two teams that is a great example of this. Like you could go Tez Johnson as well. He's another great receiver for Oregon. You could take all their overs and make it a six-man slip if you want, because I don't hate that either. Um, because like I said, if Bo Nix throws that, they're both their number 1, 2 receivers are going to go off. So 4-man slips, 6-man slips, 2-man slips. But this is the strategy you guys want to go with. Okay, this strategy kills on Saturdays. Trust me. All right, and then let me know what you end up doing in the comments. I'm gonna post on TikTok as well. So come over here, follow the TikTok. It's Ghost Locks. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you end up doing, if you end up hitting. And yeah, like the video for the strategy. I post two-man locks every day. I do it for college football, NFL, and NBA. So subscribe for more of those videos. And yeah, good luck on your guys' bets today. All right.